Okay, ladies, and gentlemen, if there are any watching this, I'm going to show you guys really quick the turkey onesie that I had made and you were all asking questions about. I use felt, I use ribbon, I use those squiggly eyes, I use E600 or 6000, sorry, I use hot glue, and of course I, make a matching hair bow and matching tutu. All right, so this is going to be a kind of long video, but I'm going to try to speed up the process. I have one more order, and it's going to go with this tutu and with the onesie and with this cute little hair bow. All right. So this is the first one that I made, and it's actually, I just use it to cut the shapes and to get the idea. But you cut out a shape that's kind of snowman shape, like the bigger ball and the little ball, whatever size you need it to be. So here I have that. I'm going to try to do this quick. You're also going to need some yellow felt and a yellow triangle and a little gizzard in red. That's what I prefer. All right. So the first thing I do is I use hot glue. Now this, I know that it's not exactly right for clothing, but it actually works perfect because it's not what holds it on. It's just, just gets the job done. All right, so I have all sorts of ribbon. I have orange ribbon, I have brown ribbon, I have red ribbon, and I have yellow ribbon. So we are going to, you just cut them. I would say they are from, some are 4 inches, some are 6 inches, all different sizes, just to make them. I crisscross them. I basically just get them down as fast as I can because I've kind of speeded up this process because I had so many orders this year. Okay, so this is going to take me forever, and I don't want you guys to have to watch me literally do every single strand. So we're just going to get a couple of these down so we get the basic idea of what it's going to look like. We'll use up as much glue as we can so we don't have to waste this glue that I already put down. And then we'll move on to the next step. And then when the video is finished, then I'll just finish it up. But give you guys the basic idea. So you can tell my glue is already drying. But this is just to get these little ribbons to hold down. Okay, so here we have the basic idea of just randomly put on, no specific order, because this is what it's going to end up looking like. And here I have 2 pieces, but I've actually made it into one. Found an easier way to do it. So this is going to go on the shirt, and obviously it's not completely filled out. And what I like to do is I like to hand stitch these little pieces on right there. And that'll take too long to show you. And then I use the E600 and I glued the 2 little eyes right there. And then when that's all done and dried and that's sewed on, I flip this back over and I put the E6000 on this side. I put it on the onesie to hold it in place as I hand sew around here to the onesie. It's really easy, it's really quick, and it's super cute. Having this on the little girl's onesie is it's absolutely adorable. Another thing I would like to share with you is you've seen in a couple other videos, I like to put these tags on the back of the onesie. It's perfect advertisement for your company. Like I've said before, I get them from Mommy Made It. I'm going to read off the email because I actually couldn't see it in the last video. Here's the tag. This is what was on my envelope last time that I bought them, but it's mommiemadeit.etsy.com. You can get them on Etsy. I'm sure she actually has another email. It's mommiemadeit.bigcartel.com. So that's where I get these awesomely cute labels to go on everything. I put them on everything. I hand sew these onto the onesies. I glue them onto the bows. And it's perfect. I absolutely love it. For anybody who's new to watching these YouTube videos, we have a group on Facebook. And it's Tay's Buy-In for all sorts. And that's where a lot of ladies gather. And, we all chit-chat and talk about ideas. And, I have another lady that's in there and helps me admit it. Her name's Kelly, and she does ribbon buys a lot, so if you need some ribbon. Also, Every single supply I use on my videos has been, will be, or is currently being offered at buyin.com. And, go check it out. You'll see what it's all about, learn about it. Everything's super cheap there. It's cheaper than any whole supplier or Hobby Lobby or anything along those lines. So, yeah, that was just, the quick tutorial on how to do the turkey. If you have any other questions about it, get them in quick because, Thanksgiving's coming up. All right. Thank you. Bye.